Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing World of Warships, and we're going to take the Hornet out for a spin. I'm not much of a CV player, but I do really like this ship. Look forward to sailing it with you today. Yeah, it does. Let's go. So, love the Statue of Liberty Commander, too. I just think she's got a lot of awesome American quotes that are fantastic, very patriotic. It's always a lot of fun. The Hornet Tier 8 CV, I think for Tier 8, it's a lot of fun. It is very easy to use. The torpedoes are very easy to use. They're very accurate. They have a tight pattern. For me, that's simple. I'm not a huge CV guy, so simplicity is great. And then I love it whenever you bring out the bombers. That's just so much fun when you bring those out, and you get access to those pretty regularly. You take them out, and then they're on a timer, and you bring them back again. You don't ever have to worry about them uh, running out of planes. So you can just continue to bomb the opponent over and over again, set a ton of fires, and cause a lot of damage. Do like the torps. I think they're pretty consistent source of damage. And really, when I play CV, I really try to win the game. That's my main goal. So I'm probably not going to go after as much damage as I am. I want to do some damage. I want to spot the enemy, though, and I want to really try to help protect my teams in caps. So primarily for me, it's whatever I can do from a team play perspective, because whenever I play the other ships, which I usually do, I always want my CV to help me out and do a little bit of team play. So whenever I have a chance to do a CV or a sub, I try to approach it from that perspective. I want to be there to be able to support my team. So I'll drop fighters over different caps and objectives, and then I'll like I did over at B, and then I'll also try to ensure that I just spot as many ships as possible. And if I can find a DD, I try to just stick with it like a dog on a bone. That way my teammates know, hey, he's got me covered, and then we have a chance to win this thing. If you get too selfish in a CV, you lose the game. If a selfish CV player, unless you're fantastic, you can lose your team the whole game because you're not spotting, you're not defending, you're just out there being selfish. Now, I will say, being a CV player at times, it can be a pretty lonely experience. Nobody likes CVs for the most part. If you're a CV or a sub, you kind of know you're playing the villain or the anti-hero, one of the two, because nobody's going to be out there complimenting you at the end of the day. And whenever you play a CV, everybody thinks that you work for them. So if you're not constantly supporting someone, they're going to be coming after you. Just took a big shot right there, so I've got to get myself in a more conservative position. Otherwise, we'll be out of this game pretty darn quick. So we're going to turn about and get us out of here. Hard to start, but we'll bring our planes in here and see if we can get a shot off. We've got our torps on us now. Colorado, not known for its agility. Should be able to get some torps into the side of this thing. And right now it's broadside to our entire fleet. I'm not sure he's going to last long anyway, but we'll put these on this guy. Should be able to land most of those. And then we'll get back to the ship. Don't need to sit around and look at our handiwork. Landed all 4 on the Colorado. And we'll put our bombers in the air now. These are the big dogs. These are the B-25s. The Hornet is really, this version of Hornet's based off the Doolittle raid that occurred after Pearl Harbor, whenever the United States took the Hornet out, flanked with the Enterprise, put a bunch of B-25s, which are designed to be land bombers, on the ship, and then launched them off to go attack Japan, which they did, and it worked. These are the B-25s, a replica of what they used. And so they do a ton of damage. They're slow, they're lumbering, pretty durable, and they can just pummel the opponent. I also like these B-25s, use them against DDs because it has a huge spread pattern whenever they drop their bombs. So you can cause a lot of damage, and you don't have problems actually hitting the smaller targets. So those can work. But in this instance, we're going to try to drop them right here on the Japanese battleship Izumo. And boom, there we go. Get a good fire going. Landed 6 pins, which feel pretty good about that. And then now we'll bring out our other ships. And now we're on a timer. We have to wait to be able to use our bombers again. which is fine. We've got plenty of other tools in our belt. So far, pretty even match. 3 up, 3 down. They have 2 caps. We only have 1. So we have some work to do, and I'm going to try to transition. Really trying to support the D cap. And I think we've got it. We've got good control. So I'm going to push back closer to the middle. See if I can add some resistance to the mid and western side of the map. Yeah, they do. Statue of Liberty. So here we go. The torp planes are now en route. We'll see if we can get some on target. The Sipranga is really running for his life. And we'll see if I can help out the team here. It's important to communicate with your team wherever you can. Lightning's asking for help right now, but you know, again, you can't be everywhere at all at once. You want to try to help everybody out, but if you're just running around only putting out fires, then you're not completely helping your team. You have to try to put out some fires while also causing damage. It's a balance, and CV play can be a little harder, I think, than a lot of people make it. Usually you're on the receiving end of CV play, so you just hate them, but when you actually play as a CV, you can understand it better, but you also understand how to counter it better. When I'm a CV player, which is rare, I really do not like flying into tightly grouped ships. The anti-air is just too tough, so obviously when you're out there with teammates, try to stay a little bit more clustered together to be able to fight off CVs, especially if your AA is not amazing. There is the enemy DD. We found it. We did our job. We'll circle back around and see if it exposes itself. If not, we'll throw some torps into some smoke potentially. And we'll just see if we can get some eyes on it. But now we know we kind of got it pinned down. And now our DD knows exactly where it is, as does our cruiser is to the south. No longer a mystery. And their lightning can easily call it out like, hey, here it is. I can throw some torps on it, but that will cost me part of my sortie. But I also need to get out there and start doing some more damage. So I'm going to throw some in here and see if I can get a lucky shot. If not, then I can scare the rabbit out of the thicket, so to speak. He's right in the middle right now, so we'll see if we can get lucky. Usually they'll see those coming, and they can dodge them if you're half a decent DD player, but it flushes them out, which is exactly what we wanted to do. And now the Cossack's having to run. He's out of the smoke. We know where he is, and when we come back around, we can spot him again, and he's going to be easy prey for our fellow ships. We'll throw some more torps at him. About to lose my planes. I can't hover for too much longer, but that'll make him turn broadside to our DD and to be able to give him a chance to get a kill, or at least land some shots on him. Time to bring out the glorious B-25s again. We'll see if we can do some damage here. If I can just fly these all game, that would be all right with me. But for Tier 8 cruisers, or excuse me, CVs, aircraft carriers, I really like the Hornet. Not only is it historical ship, which are my favorite. I love the ones that are based in some type of historical accuracy, some key events. It's fun to be able to captain those ships. But it's also just a real solid ship all the way around. It does what I like to do. It's not overwhelming in any one way. It's not tremendous at bombs, not tremendous at torps. It's got the B-25 gimmick, which is fun. But it also has, you know, really good other resources and can do a really good job. For me, it's probably my favorite aircraft carrier, even though it's Tier 8. There's some Tier 10s that are awesome. But for me, I really like it. And we're just going to try to stay on him. The good news about these planes is that they just stay alive. They can take just a beating, since they're built to take a beating, since they're land bombers. And we're going to do what no DD likes to have happen, which is keep him spotted. DDs rely on stealth. If we can take away their stealth, we take away the majority of their game. And we're going to drop some bombs right on that smoke. And not really successful. But again, we're causing trouble. We're just being an annoyance for him, and we're pushing him out. And the game has changed. Now we have a similar amount of ships, or equal amount of ships for the most part, on each side within one. But now we have 2 caps, they have 2 caps, and we really have the advantage here. We're in good position to the north. Fantastic position for the south. We get this DD out of the way. It's just a Scharnhorst between us and a cap. And the Scharnhorst, great battleship, really good battleship. Good secondaries, Good brawler, not great anti-air. Seattle, great anti-air. So we're going to get one shot at this, and we got to get out. Try to drop him. He's backing up. We're trying to drop a couple behind him, and we get him off, and we get out. But right there is exactly what you want to do if you're Seattle. You try to get in there and protect your teammate with some anti-air. Seattle's anti-air is fabulous for Tier 9. And you want to butt up against a shard horse to protect them if you can. It's all about the team play. You utilize the strengths of your ships to be able to complement your teammate ships if you want to win. Now, if you just want to come out here and put up some beautiful damage numbers, you can go do that too. And hey, it's a game, so do whatever you want to do. But if you want to win, you know that's one of the things you can do. The Cossack's pretty upset. He thinks his back's getting sore. He's carrying everybody. I think I'm overshot a little bit. That's all right. And then we'll come back around again. That Seattle's providing all of his anti-air. But now we're bringing in the big dogs, the B-25s. See if we can do some serious damage with these. Just fun flying them. We fly these things around the map all the time looking at birds, man. It's fun. So here we go. We're going to bring these up and see if we can do some damage. Backing the carrier off a little bit because Sharny could get some shots on me if he gets a little closer. Once I get him off the map, I can get real aggressive with my CV positioning. Get my ship a little closer to the enemy. And here we go. B-25s, Doolittle style. Do little, do a lot. We're about to sink this puppy. All right, let's see what we can do with the Sharny. We're going to get on his nose so we can get the best possible spread. If he turns to the island, he'll beach himself, so he's going to have to stay where he is, and that's a pretty decent drop. Only 4 pins on that one, but we got to fire. So either he just used his repair party, or he cannot use a repair party. Either way, so he's been taking some damage, and he's just trying to get through. But he's pinned up against this island, which is not a great place to be in. The Lightning's doing a good job fading away. And boom, the North Carolina takes him down. North Carolina has very accurate guns, super squishy hull. A lot of people don't like it. For me, I had a lot of fun playing the North Carolina. And the North Carolina just died. The Shard Horse was able to get its torps off before it sunk. And now we have around 7 minutes left to go in the match, a little over. Good damage so far with our ship. We've got the other enemy aircraft carrier coming in toward us right now. We'll see if he feels froggy, if he wants to come after me. I have pretty good anti-air on the Hornet for being a CV. And then we're going to try to get a shot off in Seattle. Ill-advised shot, but it might work. Oh, there we go. All right, got a couple of pins on it and got a Citadel, which is always fun. You can definitely get Citadels on cruisers with this aircraft carrier. All right, we'll bring in some torps. Feel good. Now that the Shard Horse is down, we're going to try to get closer to the battle. We're going to move up and in. They have the Colossus. It's coming after our folks over here, so we'll see if we can get a little bit closer into the middle. They're going after our DD. I think our DD is pretty capable of being able to take care of himself. Be able to avoid the enemy there. It's hard to hit a DD with most bombers with aircraft carriers. A lot of people have trouble hitting them at all. Some people that are fantastic at it are great, but it can be hard. All right, another ship goes down. The Mini Gumo takes out the Cossack, so now they're down to 1 DD. We outnumber them 5-4. They still have their aircraft carrier. Here's the Tennessee. Tennessee's a fun ship. That's a great brawling battleship, but it does not like me because I'm coming over the mountain like the Valkyries of old. I'm going to drop some torps in the water. I think I should be able to land all 3 of them as long as he doesn't get sunk somehow before I get there. And there we go. All 3 torps do hit, causing additional damage, and we'll keep pursuing. Bringing back out our big boys once again. B-25 Mitchells en route. And now we have all the momentum. We've pushed them completely off of the A-cap. We could take it if we wanted. We got a DD headed that way. The Lightning is going to go take A-cap. The rest of our fleet is going to go up and try to mop up what's left up north. The Tennessee has just about had it. That's going to limit them to 2 ships, one of which is aircraft carrier. Seattle, really good anti-air, but its armor's terrible. So if it has to get in a close fight with anybody, it's going to be in trouble. It'll likely run, hide, kite, try to camp along the island. But if it tries to camp along the island and the CV's not spotting it, he's going to have to come out. There we go. We got our mini Gumo up there, though. He's hunting. This might just do it. Pretty good drop on Tennessee. Boom, baby. That's it. Tennessee's gone. The B-25s do their job. And now we will come in and see if we can keep the Seattle spotted. The Colossus has been spotted. He's way out west on his own. I thought he'd be more up north. That means our DD is going to go hunting. We'll see how good the Colossus is at firing rockets. See if he can pick up some hits on our DD. But that's a hard one to do. If our Lightning's wiggly enough, has a little bit of agility in him, some skill, he should be fine. We'll bring these bombers in to try to come up over the mountain to hit the Seattle. We don't want to expose ourselves too soon because he can just crush us with his anti-air. I like the tactic of coming up over the mountains whenever you can to get that extra cover, especially whenever you know roughly where they are. And anti-air just can't hit you. We're going to keep our distance, and then we're going to try to go nose in on him. If I go nose in on him here and he tries to turn for me, he's just going to be even more broadside to my fellow shipmates. Again, team play. I may not get the same amount of damage, but at least I can get him to angle inappropriately to my teammate and allow us to be able to get the kills. Seattle's going to push directly toward my teammate, which is, again, ill-advised. We've got the points advantage. We've got the cap advantage. We're hunting down the final CV with our DD. The Lightning's doing a great job. We've got this one in hand, so now it's just about ensuring we don't lose it and finishing it off. But their Colossus is about gone. The British aircraft carriers have the coolest names. The British ships, period, have the coolest names. I mean, the Colossus? What? That's awesome. I like the Hornet, too. It's a good one, though. All right, we'll swing around here again. Let's use the mountain cover. Fly up over these trees, and we'll get it. Take the Seattle down. And there goes the Colossus. They're down to the 1 ship. Poor Seattle does not have the firepower to take us on. Certainly can't take the caps. This is only a matter of time now. He's coming toward me. He'll likely turn into me, and that'll put him broadside to my teammate. I'll just try to bracket him with these torps, and one of those would have hit, but it doesn't matter. He's dead. We win, and it's over. De Gross got the kill. And that's a Hornet. Hornet's a fun aircraft carrier. If you don't know if you like aircraft carriers, just give them a shot. Maybe it's something you enjoy doing. I like to do it again from a team play perspective. And for me, I like historical ships. Hornet checks that box. It's also easy to use. Just a lot of fun. Couple it with a Statue of Liberty Commander, and you're just going to have a blast. Thanks for joining, and see you next time.